I would like to introduce the Regional Secretary of Unite, Gerard Coyne, who is also a son of West Bromwich and has been known to many people here since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. He's going to tell us a few reasons why he thinks there is a workers' interest in voting to remain on Thursday the 23rd.
Thank you very much, Tom, and it's a great pleasure to be here. As you quite rightly point out, this is my hometown, and I'm very proud of the multiculturalism that is West Bromwich. I'm also proud of the contribution that the Sikh community make to my union, because I know of many thousands of your community that are members of Unite the Union, and I've worked alongside them over many years inside the union, because we share those same values of understanding that community is important, of understanding that social solidarity is important, and that you should look after those who cannot provide for themselves. And that is what trade unionism at its heart is about, and that is what the Sikh faith is also about. So we share similar values. But by being part of that organisation and working within the world of work in the way that many of our Sikh members do, they do something much more than bring their values. They bring the power of economic growth to this area. Because I have seen with my own eyes in foundries, in heavy engineering, in the car plants up and down this region, the contribution that our Sikh members make to growth and economic prosperity. And that is a danger if we come out on the 23rd, after the 23rd of June. I know, having talked to a lot of the local businesses and a lot of the key employers in this region, that they are fearful of the consequences of coming out after the 23rd. They will make hard-headed decisions, sadly, about future investment. Some of them will move very quickly afterwards because they have to operate inside the European Union, and that will mean a loss of jobs. It will mean a loss of future investment. And yes, the employment rights that have flown from Europe are particularly important to our members. I don't intend to go through the list because it is absolutely astounding how many rights we have received from Europe, not just in primary legislation, but importantly how the European Court of Justice has looked favourably on workers' rights, as opposed to the people wearing white wigs here in the UK who fight against workers' rights. And actually your fight to wear your own headgear is the classic example of that. And clearly it was not looked favourably on in the first instances by the judiciary in the UK. So that is important, but actually there's something more important that's started to be revealed this week. Because I believe that the Remain campaign has started to win the arguments in the economic front, and the jobs and security front, and the Brexit element have got one more place to go. We've seen that this week in trying to argue for it, and that is the basest element possible. When Nigel Farage earlier on this week suggested that remaining in the EU would mean more rapes by migrants coming into this country, he was playing to the basest element possible. He's stoking up racism amongst the communities that have not ever thought of that as an issue in the past, nor should they think of that as an issue, because it is completely unfounded, baseless and untrue. And when he does that, he does the detriment of the hard work that has gone on in this community and others to build social cohesion and a multicultural Britain. So we have to fight hard from the 23rd of June to ensure that that sort of racism doesn't raise its ugly head and win on the 23rd of June. So I'm delighted to be here, and I hope that you take that message beyond today, back into the community, have that conversation in the workplace, because I know that that debate has got to be had about migration in the workplace. Make the argument for jobs and security and employment rights, but more importantly, make the argument for a coherent Britain. Thank you.